tonight is our second annual Hour of Code event here at the library, which I'm very excited about. It's brought to us by the East Brunswick High School Code Club and Mr. Cohen, who is the AP Computer Science teacher there. I'm very excited they come and partner with us. This is the second year that we're doing it, like I said, and it's a giant event. We've got 65 kids registered, and they're all here to learn about coding and programming with computers.
What we're trying to do is just introduce students who may not be familiar with code in order to just practice for an hour if this is something that they enjoy, because it's not just code, it's technology, it's that love of computers, and if we can get them to do something, there's lots of jobs, there's a lot of good positive opportunities for them, and if we can facilitate that growth, I mean, that's what education is all about.
So Hour of Code is an international event, actually. They try to get millions of people around the world to start coding because they think it's very essential in everybody's life, whether you're into the computer technology field or not. And around the world, throughout this entire week, people have been participating in the tutorials online and hosting their own events.
So code is the behind the scenes. So any website you visit, any computer you touch, any smartphone, watch, anything has that stuff. Let's call it the stuff behind the scenes. That's code. That had to be written by somebody. So it's a step-by-step process. So think about this. Think of your GPS as going from point A to point B. That code you're writing, they have to write. Somebody has to figure that out, and we need a lot more people to do it. And this is difficult. So to start students younger, to start students to be introduced to it, I think that as Americans, we are great. We are very intelligent. We can get this done, and we can build more jobs and have a lot more great jobs here in the country.
Part of what we do is we work with the website code.org, which is the international host of Hour of Code, the event that happens every year. And on that website, they have different activities like Code Academy, which we'll be doing, Code Combat. We also have different tutorials for GitHub and Final Cut Pro. Today, we're also running an activity on Game Maker Pro. And we've also, very excitingly, borrowed a 3D printer from the Piscataway Public Library, which I'm happy to show off. We also have a demonstration about Arduino, and we have a very cool scavenger hunt around the library, and we have an awesome guest speaker who came to us from Girls Who Code.
Girls Who Code is a program inspiring and equipping girls with 21st century skills. So we have a couple of programs that we do. There's the Summer Immersion Program for rising juniors and seniors, and that lets girls hang out in tech companies and learn about programming, as well as visiting other companies and getting mentors and such. And then there's the Clubs program, which covers similar content over 40 hours over usually a school year, though whatever works for your school is whatever we'll do. And we provide the curriculum for that and support, etc. So it's a really great program helping encourage more girls in the field.
I had a really awesome experience over the summer where I got to stay with 19 other girls in a classroom inside a actual company where we got to learn from the actual programmers who worked at that company, and we had talks and mentorship programs from the people who worked at the company, and we went on field trips to different tech companies, and then in between all that time we learned to code by doing different classes on different languages like HTML, Python. It really made me realize that I want to pursue computer science as my career in the future, because I was exposed to so many other awesome girls and women who were interested in computer science, and they were encouraging the younger generation, and it was like a call to action.
I'm demoing a MakerBot Replicator 2, which is a high-end 3D printer. I'm also going to be demoing Arduinos, which are single-board microcontrollers that are capable of using inputs and outputs to control various things. I love creating things and having it work. That's probably the best thing about it, because it shows that even though you might not have like the most professional tools, you can still make things that work well. It's a great experience. Definitely going to do it again next year.
Yeah, so this volunteers that you see here are from the high school. I'm the advisor to the Code Club, which is it's students who have a passion for programming and different activities. So we do programming competitions, we do security competitions, and our big event is this Hour of Code, which everyone in a light blue shirt decided to volunteer and help anybody else who wanted to learn for an hour. So they had to take an activity, they had to learn about it, they had to be the teacher, as you say, and they're helping, if you look around, facilitate the other students.
We started Hour of Code last year, so that was the first year, and I was a volunteer last year, and it was actually we had a pretty good start. And I've participated in a lot of programs at the library, so Mr. Cohen gave me the opportunity to manage the event. So I created like managing all the activities and all the volunteers. So this year it's a lot better. We have at least like 5 more activities. We have like 60 people, and I think it's really important because I wanted to participate because, one, I think it's important that kids know that like programming, because like growing up in a very technological world, you have to realize that when you use a website like Google or anything, it's all programmed. And even the apps that you might play on your parents' iPad or something, it's all programmed. And so that's where it all starts. And some people may not even consider programming because they don't know it's a career. So by an hour of code helps introduce the event to kids.
Computer science isn't only learning languages, it's also about teamwork and teaching. So by not only teaching the kids, but helping them teach themselves, I learn a lot as the mentor, because it's like a real world experience.
Our station specifically is Code Combat, and it's a website that it basically functions as a game. But through that game, like to succeed or like progress through the game, you'll have to put in code segments or code statements from either like Python or JavaScript.
Yeah, so this is the Oculus Rift. It's a virtual reality headset. So anything that you see on the screen is actually what he's seeing in the viewer right there, which is the Oculus Rift. Anytime he moves his head, it automatically tracks it. So anything that he looks around, he turns. The camera turns with him, so we can see everything in real time and go to pretty much a different world if he wants to. Hour of Code's great. It teaches people different skills that they can do for coding and everything like that. This also teaches them graphic design and development, because you're developing an entirely 3D world. People use it sometimes in engineering factories where a physical person may not be able to go, but a 3D camera is able to go. So we're able to put it on, look around, see the insides of any major incinerary, some large machine where they may not be able to go themselves. I'm excited to see what people make for it, and what they use it with. People have used it even for like medical training to simulate surgery and stuff like that.
I think it's important for the library in East Brunswick to be part of this event, because the library is a center for learning and information in our town, and I think it's a great place for many people to come together. So it's a place for the community to come and learn throughout the year anyway, and this is a very special event that we're happy to bring to them.
It's really gotten a lot larger, and now that we're participating in it ourselves, I can see that this is becoming a more prominent thing in our community. And the fact that there's an Hour of Code week is, a sign of that. So, yeah, I hope it gets much larger.
I just really like to thank the East Brunswick High School, the Code Club, the teen volunteers with the Code Club at the high school, and of course the East Brunswick Educational Foundation, who helped give us these wonderful t-shirts and helped to include a lot of the prizes that we're giving out today, and just all of the teens that are coming here to participate but also volunteer. We really could not have done that without the teens, and I'm very excited to have them here.